the safer ones. The easiest way to tell is because when you get your shipment of your cleanup crew and you get your shipment of crabs, you know, most of them that have, or they're all the same size, especially the blue legs or the red legs, and they all have the small pinchers. Those are usually all the ones that are decently reef safe. You know, all crabs are not entirely reef safe, even though they're considered reef safe, because they're all opportunistic and they'll grab whatever they can as far as eating and what have you. But yeah, man, that flower pot looks like shit. Fuck. Yeah. Well. But yeah, I just don't like crabs. Sometimes I've gotten orders and they've got these huge, that one, like the left side, they have this huge pincher claw, and those are predatorial. And they'll munch, they'll kill snails and grab their shells and everything else and move crab, knock crab off. So I just don't like crabs that, because they move shit to get to what they want to eat, and that means toppling over all your corals and stuff in the tank. Unless you glue them down, and even that doesn't work for long term unless, you know, you put the putty in there, and I just don't like the look of putty. It's crappy. You know, you super glue gel. But yeah, anyway, this will probably be going into 2 parts since I'm rambling so much and getting side fucking tracked. But yeah, that's the main idea. 255s on each side, draining into one sump, and there's going to be a bunch of other filtration on the sump itself. UV sterilizer with the canister filter. You know, even room for a chiller. You know, reactors, if I want to put it, you know, probably mainly in the back here, just so it's out of the way. But yeah, you know, it's every time you break down a setup, you kind of do things a little differently, just so it's easier access. You know, I mean, under the tank is great for making everything clean and out of sight, but you know, I have the room and the permission to you know, do what I want to. I mean, this is basically, this entire room I've pretty much been given carte blanche on for fish room. So yeah, I got basically this whole wall, so that's where it's at. I'll probably do phases of the 120 as it's breaking down, just you know, quick, no commentary, just probably just quick slides of that breaking down, but so you don't get so much rambling. But yeah, I'm trying to get this going as fast as possible. I cleaned all the sumps out. I'm done some more ODI just for some more salt, because that's going to take more salt water, obviously. And of course I'm going to be moving the 55 over. And I do have a question. The 55 that the other 55 I'm bringing over is what I had on the algae. It's basically the refugium for the 120, and it's got about a 3.5-inch sand bed, and I'm kind of at a, I don't know, kind of a confusing state of whether I want to try and save that sand bed, drain it down to where it's, you know, almost empty, because it's going to be a heavy bitch to move. And I'm just wondering if I should, because I'm not scooping it out and I'm not putting it into buckets and then putting it back in the tank, because, you know, that's how you basically kill everything in the sand bed and just release a bunch of shit into your tank. So, but I'm wondering if anybody has had any experience of just draining the tank, keeping the deep sand bed, and moving the tank to another location. You know, it's a 20-minute trip from here to there. It's, you know, obviously road travel, so there's going to be bumping. And I know of all the micro caves and stuff like that, and the tunnels that's in these sand beds. Some of that's going to collapse. I'm just not sure how much. I mean, I expect some die off, but I just don't know how much. So if anybody has any comments on that, it would be helpful. As far as just moving and keeping that, seeing what's happened, because that's going to be the fowler tank. This is going to stay bare bottom regardless of how I situate everything after I find out what's going to live and die. Deep salmon is going to stay in the fish tank with live rock only, probably the mushrooms, whatever lives on the rock that has the mushrooms attached. But see, that's the micro bubble action that these things do. And of course the MP10s blow it all over the place, so it's, you know, it's just another pain in the ass thing with hanging up back filters. That's why I'm trying to get them off of here as quick as possible and get the sump going. So, but yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on that deep sand bed, I'll just trash it, or try and save what I can. So anyway, like I said, this is probably going to be broke in 2 parts because I babble too much, but any suggestions would be helpful. Thanks guys, late.